Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Chris. I'm here with Kathy. We go by Ginger Marvin on Instagram and YouTube, and we have a haul video for you today. Kathy recently had jury duty, and she got let out a little bit earlier than we were expecting, so she hit up, I think it was like an estate sale. So we're gonna see what Kathy found at that estate sale.
Hey guys, yeah, so I did go to the estate sale, but I also went to a few thrift stores, so yeah, we'll just jump in. This first store is like right across from the courthouse. I went there, I've only been there one other time, and it was like years ago, like when we first started selling adult stuff, and I've always wanted to go back, but I'm just like never really downtown, and I hate paying for parking or trying to find somewhere to park. So since I had actually already left the parking garage that I had paid for, so I did have to pay for a meter, but thankfully I had a bunch of quarters from garage selling, so yeah. Anyways, I only had paid for like 30 minutes of parking for this store, so like I set a timer on my phone. I didn't really get to look through clothes or anything other than one piece, but yeah. Way back when I went to this store, like they were having a 99-cent shoe sale, so I got like 20 pairs of shoes, and this was before I knew what I was doing. I just bought them all because I was like, oh, 99 cents, I'll make some money, right? No, I still have some of them. But yeah, so this time I picked better shoes and some other things. So first up were these Keen boots. So this day, the shoes were not 99 cents. They were $4 each, but that's still a really good deal.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are men's Keen boots, size 8.5. Without looking up counts, I would say these are going to go for about 50 to 60. I got these Vance Goes. They are fraying a little bit. I might have to just clip some, you know, extra threads, but otherwise pretty good shape. They don't look like they've been worn a ton. These are size 39 to like an 8.5 or so. Maybe in their condition, I'd say. Normally I'd say like close to 40, but maybe like 25 to 30 plus shipping on those. So I first hit up the shoes, then I kind of walked around the rest of the store, and then when I went back to pay, I noticed they put out a few more shoes, which were these. These are some Nike, the SBs, so the skateboarding. I thought they were men's. I didn't really look at the size or anything. I just grabbed them because they were like in perfect condition, but they're actually a women's 11.5. So
Oh, wow.
if they were men's, I think they would have sold it for a little more. But yeah, it's still not bad. Really good shape. I think probably close to 40. These were only $2. These are little native shoes. They're kind of dirty, so these I just throw in the washing machine with some like old towels. I like spray them with Shout or OxyClean, whatever we have. And yeah, they come out looking really clean. So they do have some wear on the rubber, which is typical of these. They'll still sell for 15 to 20 bucks.
And if you guys do that, make sure you wash on a cold cycle. Do not wash with hot water.
Those can shrink.
Yeah, heat can shrink that stuff. So do not dry it either.
Yeah, definitely don't dry them. If you are going to buy natives, try to like make sure that the opening where you put your foot in isn't like, these get warped a lot, and like you'll notice they look like this where you can barely even fit your foot in. I'd pass if they look like that. So.
And that probably happens, kids swimming, leaving them out by the pool deck.
Leaving them outside in the hot sun.
The sun will warp them, yeah.
These are freshly picked. These ones were only $1. And yeah, so these will sell probably 20 to 25 bucks or so. Let me turn off my phone sound. Alright, so this, I just like to scan stuff that's new in box. This is just a gaming mouse. It was $10. It's really weird. Let me try to scan it right now, actually. There wasn't a whole bunch of listed or sold, so let's see. So these are some listed. This is a pre-owned 24. So this is new 60, 90, you know, and then the rest are like 100. And then when I go to solds, yeah, so like the top one that sold recently was 100. This one was pre-owned. This one's 55. This one probably sold less because they did bid.
Yeah.
And then yeah, 60. So
anywhere from 50 to 100 bucks.
Yeah. So I think $10 into that is worth it. This is probably gonna have to ship priority. Let me see how heavy it is. I mean, it's under a pound, but I'd probably want to put this in a box. I don't know if just bubble wrapping it would be good enough in a poly to keep it under first class. But anyways, it's gonna cost me between like $5.50 to like $10 to ship out, pretty much. So basically we're in $20 when you consider shipping.
Yeah.
So I think it was a good pickup. It's kind of not something I'm used to buying, but
No. Super
I like
easy to
try out new
photograph
stuff,
though.
yeah.
Super easy to find comps. Anything with a barcode new in the package.
Yep, if
And you did make
do-
sure it was not opened up or anything,
And
right?
it still has the
Like these
stickers
round-
that say
yeah.
Logitech that don't look to be been
Yeah.
opened.
Just be careful if something has been opened up before. It might be missing contents or used and not really brand new. So if you, they made it easy there because they got the Logitech little sticker on there,
And if you're new to eBay, so like how you see these sold, you can just go click on one of them and then you can just push sell one like this and it'll pretty much put in all the information for you. You can just
Yeah.
add your own photos and
Just verify.
price?
Sometimes that stuff
yeah,
can.
sometimes this stuff is wrong. Definitely verify,
Yeah.
but it makes it really easy. Like we don't really do our listings this way because we do them from List Perfectly and stuff.
Yeah.
But for new sellers, it's super easy to just list new inbox items. This is just a Miami Dolphin starter. It is like a vintage starter tag
wow,
and
yeah.
100% wool. So that's why I grabbed this. All their hats were 99 cents. So wool hats do well for me, and vintage starter, those kinds of things for sports. So I
Yeah.
didn't look up comps. I mean, 99 cents even into 20 or even 15 is good enough for
Right.
me. So
That is a cool hat.
their shirts this day was also 99 cents. I said I didn't get to look through clothes. This was just hanging like on the side of a rack and I saw it, so I grabbed it. It's just the Lion King Broadway. I don't think this is gonna sell for a ton, probably $15 plus shipping or so. But I thought it was cool. It's a men's medium, a unisex fit medium. And got some New Balance Fresh Foams. Again, I didn't look up comps, but $4 into probably, without looking up, I would say 30 plus shipping. Some New Balance can do really well, but I found the ones that sell for a really good amount are like men's ones. Those are women's.
Like the dad shoes,
Yeah. The Velcro shoes and
the
stuff like
lawn
that.
mowing ones.
These are actually Timberland dress shoes. So, I don't know. I'm a little picky with Timberlands. It's a great brand, great quality, and stuff like that. But the ones that sell best are obviously their like typical boot. But again, $4, these will sell. I think I'm going to guess 30 to 40 plus shipping on those. So we'll see. They're in really good shape. They're a men's size 13, I believe. So yeah. Oh, and I found my first all-clad piece. So this was $3 for this pan, and yeah, all-clad. It doesn't have a lid or anything, but even still, I think these were selling. And this is just a tiny little
Yeah, like a
hot
little
pan thing.
saucepan.
So I think this will still sell for close to $40, even plus shipping. So we'll see. So yeah, that was that first store right across from the courthouse. I need to make it time to go down there. They do when the kids are in school. But yeah, they have, it's a pretty neat little store. Alright, and then, so I wish I would have remembered that there was the estate sale, because when we get to this, I found so much good stuff and I wish I would have showed up earlier, but I forgot about it until I was like I don't even know how I remembered. But alright, so after that store I went over to a Goodwill that I also rarely go to. First off, because it's kind of far. Second off, because the last few times I've been, because I like selling shoes the most, they mark up their shoes like crazy, like $20 plus for like anything that's a name brand. So pretty much stopped going there for that reason. But since I was close by, it's like I didn't have anything else to do, and if I didn't find anything, it was okay. I was
Yeah.
okay taking the day off. So just leisurely scrolling through the store, I did find 3 of these Magnolite pots, and these ones all have the lid. There's only 2 here. I think one fell out in my car. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, these are
I
really
saw
nice.
it, so we do have it.
And the yellow was the 30% off, so these were like $3.50 each, and I think they'll sell for about 25 to 30 a piece plus shipping. So pretty good pickups there. These are some just Nike Air Force athletic shorts. They are the nice like stretch kind. I don't really like the polyester type Nikes, but all the stretch ones seem to do well. I actually sold a similar pair today for like 26 plus shipping. So these are some new Tag Ariat women's jeans. These are called the Real Denim Mid-Rise Boot Cut Stretch Fit. So these were kind of pricey. They were $12.99, but comps we're looking about, I think I heard Nicole State say this, like, I mean, obviously we know Ariat's a great brand. We normally sell the shoes, but I think she mentioned it one time. I don't know what she was looking. I think she might have just been looking at most expensive women's jeans selling on Poshmark, and then Ariat was one of the ones that was showing up in like the really high prices. So I think I can get close to $60 for these, but we'll see. The new with tags is gonna help, and they're a size 31, which is a great size. So yeah, we'll see how those go. $12.99 was a lot, but I think I, at the very least, double my money, which is good enough for me. And I kind of wanted to try them out because if they sell fast and for a good amount, I'll definitely look out for them more. Again, these are just a newer tag. Paid up a little bit for them, more than I'd like to, but some Hurley men's like stretch short, size 28, newer tag. I think these will sell around 30 plus shipping. I just got some Crocs flip-flops. These will probably sell 20 plus ship or 25 free ship. So not too bad. Love Crocs. And then these are some Chuca rain flats. I think I've sold these 2 or 3 other times, the exact same ones, and they sold around 25, 30 bucks. So not great, like not huge money, but these again were $3.50, so that should do well. And also the last 2 times I sold them, they sold right away, so we'll see. So yeah, that was all from that Goodwill. Then I went to the Once Upon a Child right next to this Goodwill. And I didn't find a ton, but a few things. Found these little Crocs, which are dirty, but again, I just throw these in the washing machine with some old towels and then put them out to dry just like on top of our washing machine. These will sell around 20, 25 bucks. And these, I normally would have passed on these, but they were clearance, and their clearance was 70% off, so I grabbed them. I only say I would pass because they're a youth size, and like, to me that's harder to sell, but also they're heavy, and so the shipping costs more. But yeah, these are girls for youth, so I think they'll probably sell around 30 bucks, which normally they price their Converse at like $6.50. Actually, this is the South store. They price their Converse at $7.50. I don't know why. So yeah, I wouldn't pay $7.50 knowing I'm gonna have to pay $8 to $10 to ship them out and stuff like that. But I would pay it for like a toddler pair, knowing that shipping would be like $3-4 bucks. So these we kind of mentioned in one of our last videos. So these are the Crocs like Islander, the ones that sell for like a crazy amount. However, these are just kid size. So shout out Destiny. She found that really awesome Crocs lot on Mercari. So I think she paid 100 something for the whole lot, like 20, maybe even more pairs of Crocs, and sold the one pair for like 100 something already. So yeah, I'm gonna take a chance on these. I don't expect anywhere near what the adult ones are going for, but if I could even get 25, 30 bucks, I'd be happy. So yeah, otherwise my kid can wear them in a few years. So yeah, that's something it might not even sell, we'll see. But yeah, if you see these
in adult sizes,
100% grab them. The ones she had were like the ones with the holes in them, like typical Croc style. But yeah, there's a few different types of the Islanders. So.
And Destiny is one of our viewers. She comments on almost all of our videos, if not all of them. So go check her out on Instagram. She doesn't have a YouTube, right? I
don't think so, but yeah, she posts a lot on Instagram about different like unboxings and stuff she does. So she does a lot of wholesale type stuff.
Yeah.
Which is cool because it gets delivered to your home, and I don't think it's a secret. She's very pregnant right now, so that's really good for, you know, either stay-at-home moms or expectant mothers, stuff like that. You don't have to go out and hope to find stuff. It just gets delivered to you.
You can do as much or as little as you want and still make some money. But yeah, be sure to go check her Instagram out.
Yeah, we'll put a screenshot. So these are a little baby Nike. These will sell for 20 to 25. And last thing at Once Upon a Child was this North Face girls. These are the Osito jackets or something like that. It's a girl size 7-8. So I think I've sold these in the past for 35 to 40. That's probably what I'm gonna price it at and see what happens. So yeah, I love these. I have a few for myself. They're so soft and I love them. All right.
What do you think, Reese? You sleeping?
Alright, gotta make some space for this big box. So this was the estate sale. Yeah, they start at 9 a.m. I think I was at jury duty at 8. They released us probably just after 10, and I just totally forgot that the estate sale was going on. So by the time I remembered, I don't think I made it over here till probably close to 2, and they were closing up at 3, and I pretty much stayed from 2 to 3. So.
And that was the first day, right? It was
the first day, yeah, and then they mentioned
sale.
So I paid full price because it was the first day, but they said the next day was 25% off, and the next day after that was going to be half off. So I was like, oh man, I'm going to have to get back here, but I just never did because, again, it was way down south, and we live north and east, so it just was like a 35-minute drive each way. It just couldn't happen. So I'm glad about what I found, but there was so much more good stuff that I definitely would have picked up at a lower price. So yeah, I'll just jump right in. So the way that the pricing was at this one was all the clothes were $3 a piece, although when I got home and calculated this all up, I think they undercharged me a little bit. So yeah, all these clothes were $3 each, and then all the shoes were $8, with the exception of a couple that I'll show you guys. So anyways, I paid $222 for everything you're about to see in this box, but that also included 2 like really big beach towels and a throw blanket that I kept for myself. So, and those probably was $12 or something out of the total. So these are like more mature brands, J. Jill and stuff, but I picked up a few pieces that I thought were either cute or will sell come fall. This is just a standard, like a buffalo plaid button down. I think it'll sell. It's a petite large. All of the clothes were like this, like they're all in like brand new condition. I don't know if this person worked at these stores or just had a shopping addiction or what, but like she had so much, and I got there at 2 p.m. They told me like the shoes were on like a whole bunch of tables like this, and before I got there they said the shoes were on the floor and everywhere, but it was just crazy. So this is just Chico's. I just thought this was so pretty. It is linen. It has this nice pocket, just like all this detail. The buttons are cool, like all sort of different, and then the back is really cool. So it just has that detail in the back. I don't know, I wish it was my size. I don't know what a Chico's 2 is, but I'm pretty sure it's not my size. So yeah,
is Chico's like vanity sizing?
Yeah, so I would guess this is probably like a large or something, maybe. I don't know, maybe not. I could be wrong. I'll have to look up a size chart. But yeah, I normally don't sell these brands, but I really thought that these were nice pieces.
Yeah.
This is Pure Jill linen piece. Again, I grabbed a lot of these just because they were linen, and linen stuff does well regardless of the brand. So yep, just a basic nice piece. This I thought would do great in the fall. Just these cream cardigans. This is a Chico's 1. So nice detailing on the back. It's not wool, it's just cotton, but it is really nice.
Mm-hmm. Reminds me of like Norwegian sweaters.
Yeah. Another J. Jill Love linen. This is just a small. Yeah, and like all the sizes were like kind of different, so I really don't know if these were all hers or what, but so yeah, this is more of like a tunic. It has some buttons on the side. Just makes me want to go on vacation. And this is basically the same piece, but in purple. This is a medium linen piece. And then this was also J. Jill linen floral button down. And that was this one says M Missy. I don't know if that's different than like a women's medium.
Maybe like a youth medium.
I mean, they definitely
Missy?
don't sell youth clothes.
Oh, well then I don't know.
So I don't. Yeah, it's weird. So these are the brands. So I mentioned this brand recently when we went to the new thrift store in town, and I found a pair of swim trunks. But it's like the Gramisi, or however you say that. It's the one with like the little Running Man guy. You probably can't see the tag, but there's that. Gramisi, that's the brand name. But their logo looks like something from out from the 90s, where it's just like a guy with like spiked up hair, and he's like a running guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there it is. If you see that logo. My swimming trunks haven't sold yet, but I have them priced kind of high, and they do have like likers and watchers on all the platforms, so I heard Thrift of Life actually mention this just a couple days
Right.
ago. So when I picked the swimming trunks up, I picked them up just based on I felt like they were nice. When I looked them up, they retailed for close to $90. I was like, I could probably at least get 25, 30, so I'll take a chance. And then yeah, he mentioned it recently and said they sell like crazy fast. So I might need to drop the price on my swim trunks a little, but yeah, these are, so I don't know if these are men's or women's, but I feel like everything at this sale was women's.
Right, right.
But these feel like men's pants to me. I don't know. So they're a size 31. Oh no. So medium and 31 lengths. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some research.
A little
on
bit
these.
more research, yeah.
But yeah, they're like the roll up hiking type pant. Don't know if they're men's or women's, but should do well. And this is just an LL Bean, like a fleece jacket, size large. A couple of these pieces I might wait a month or so to list. Just, I mean, I am a list all seasons all the time kind of person, but since I have so much right now, I'm gonna try to get up more of the linen pieces right away, sandals, things like that. And then I think July, late July is kind of when people start buying for fall, winter. So this is a soft surroundings, medium, like tunic. It's like a Chanel kind of fabric, so really soft, really nice.
And it has pockets.
Yeah. And then I think I got 2 pairs of JJ Love Linen pant or capri pants. So these are like a lighter, almost kind of like a gray color. These are just like a light khaki sand kind of color. So yeah, if anyone's going on vacation and needs some linen clothes, I'll try to list those ASAP. And yeah, everything else is just gonna be shoes. These are all almost brand new looking. The only downside is they're like size women 6 and 7s, which it's not really a downside. It's just that they sell a little bit slower than 8 to 11. So
might hold on to them a little bit longer, but definitely
it'll
worth the
definitely be
investment.
worth it. So yeah, all the shoes were priced at $8. However, again, like I said, when I calculated the 222 and then added up how many shoes I got, it didn't work out. So I don't know if she gave me a couple pairs free because I bought so much or what, but these are just the brand new, which we talk about all the time. Love these. Just a Mary Jane. They're a women's 7. Those will probably sell around 40. So these were actually marked up to 25, but again, I don't think she charged me 25 for these because, yeah.
Didn't add up.
Yeah, so these are some really nice Uggs. Almost probably have been worn once, maybe 2 times. They're a women's 7, and these will probably sell for close to 100, if not $100. At the very least, I would say $80 out of those. The fur inside is really soft. It's like different than the normal like Ugg fur. So those are really, really nice. These are some Olakai, size 6.5. They're leather, the kind with like the drop-in heel. The men's ones do sell a little bit better for me, but these will still probably sell around $40. Got some Keen Mary Janes. These are a 7. I think I might have a pair of these listed still sitting, but I can't pass up some nice Keens. So probably 30 plus shipping or so on those. What else? This is the brand Abeo or Abeo. That's that brand. I've sold it several times. It's more of like the high arch, like an orthotic kind of shoe. So these are animal print, suede leather, size 6. I would say these will sell for $30 to $40. So these are Ugg Flats. They have like the shearling inside. These are a size, hopefully not missing. I know I checked all these for the size before I bought them.
Let me guess, they're a size 7.
I know, but if I can't find this size, that's going to be a hard sale. Okay, it's on this shoe only, maybe. These are a size 7. Good guess.
Good guess.
So yeah, these are basically like brand new. There wasn't a ton of this style listed on eBay. A couple sold around like $40 plus shipping. So we'll see.
We do get the question quite a bit of what do you do when there's no size on the shoes? We try to stay away from sourcing shoes that don't have sizes or that have been worn off. because it is very difficult to.
But I still sometimes forget, or
Yeah.
like recently I picked up a pair of shoes at a garage sale where when I got home, and not even when I got home, not until I went to list them, I noticed one was a men. They were both the same size,
Right.
but one was a men's and one was a women's 9. And I was like, because like it was like this when you put them like foot to foot. So I was like, oh man. So
that happens more often than not, where you buy.
Often. So not only check for that they have a size, but check that they have the same size and that they're not the same foot, because that also has happened a few times
two
where I
left
got
feet.
two right. Like
Yeah.
I just don't get how this happens at the thrift store. Like,
Well, you get sidetracked, or you're on a
yeah.
roll.
Sometimes I'm just like, oh, they're so perfect.
Right.
I don't even.
They're in
need to
good
look
shape,
them
and you
over.
don't think about left, right, but that's the one thing that happens. So
So yeah, another pair of those, but in a light color, like a very light
a
tan.
sandy tan.
So those are nice. We got some Ortho Heel, which I believe was what Bionic used to be called. And yeah, these were a 6.5. Probably gonna sell around $40. That's what most of these I think are gonna sell for. So these are something kind of new to me. I mean, they're just LL Bean, which I sell LL Bean, but not so much shoes. These are a 6.5. I don't know. I thought they were cool. I didn't look up comps or anything.
Like a high top
little-
sneaker kind of
yeah.
thing.
Really good shape. So these are Joseph Sabelle. That is a good brand to look out for. These are like a fisherman sandal. I think they'll sell around $40. Okay, got some Echo. These will probably sell 30 or 35 plus ship. Really nice, size 37, which I think is 6.5 or so. Alright, we got some Merrill. These are just some cute slip-ons, brown, size 6. Probably 35 to 40 or so plus shipping.
And so this was an estate sale of a woman, just one woman.
I think so, yeah.
Single
it was like
woman?
in a townhouse, so it wasn't like a huge place or anything. I mean, I don't know if she was single, but I didn't see any men's stuff in the place.
Right.
She did have a bunch of like cat stuff, like mugs, shirts that said I'm a crazy cat lady and
Okay.
things like that, but it didn't smell like cats in her house or anything like that, so I don't know.
Maybe she just loved cats, and maybe she was allergic or something. Like.
Yeah, if I smelled like a big cat, like I like cats, but I
Right.
don't want to own cats, but I don't like how like some houses smell really
Yeah.
bad like cats, but it did not smell like that at
Yeah.
all, so.
I'm just saying, because like these all look like they've
I
maybe
know.
been worn once or
So-
twice, so they're in like immaculate
Right.
condition.
So I'm like, she either just has a shopping problem,
Yeah.
or she maybe got these all for a really good price because she worked for some
Okay.
fashion company. I don't know anything about her, but I
And you
wish
said
I
you don't
did.
think she had passed away.
I don't
She was
know,
just
she-
downsizing her estate, maybe.
Yeah, or moving or something.
So
Yeah, she wasn't there. They was ran by like a company, so. But yeah, these are a 6.5. These are the brand new, which is that Tiva brand. So these will probably sell around 40. These are some Eileen Fisher sandals, size 6. These will. I've only sold one other Eileen Fisher shoes, and it was like a boot, I think, a bootie. So those sold like for like 60, I think, but maybe 30 to 40 on these. Okay, these are just some Dance Go Mary Janes. Size 37 is like a 6.5. Some more Merrill. These ones, yeah, they're like all worn one time, I swear. So these are a size 7. Some more Dance Go. These are a size 37. Really good shape, like not even worn probably. These are again Joseph Sabelle, just a cute little ballet flat. These are a 37. And these are some more Olakai, but a mesh kind instead of leather with the drop-in heel. These are size 6.
and this was after all the shoes were picked over, huh?
Yeah. So I'm like just imagining what I picked. And so, so these, you can tell these are mostly like flats and stuff.
Right.
They had a whole bunch of boots, like tall boots, booties, things like that, but they wanted $20 a pair for the booties. So that's
which is
what I
probably
wanted.
still a really good deal.
It is definitely for yourself.
Right.
And I probably could have flipped a few, but I'd probably only profit 10 to 15, and to put up 20
Right.
to only get 15 is kind of, that's a lot. So
I imagine she probably had a good heel collection too.
yeah, so that's what I was wanting to get back there for, to hope that some of those booties were left, but I
Right.
just didn't. These are another pair of the Ugg Flats. So these are like a denim flat, size 6. These are some Keen sandals. I've never sold this style before. They have like a gum sole. And they are a size 6.
And the super nice thing about this, guys, we don't have to take any numbers off the
Yes, that
heels.
is like amazing. So like, even though $8 for some of these is kind of pushing it,
yeah.
yeah,
They're
you
in
don't have to do any work.
great
I'm going
condition.
to just take them to that table and photograph them straight
Yeah.
from here. So these are just some Skechers, the flats that we sell all the time, right around $30. They're a size 6, but nice purple color, probably worn one time. Last but not least, a pair of towels. So yeah, I wish every estate sale was like this. It's normally more like SAS and stuff like that. If I
Yeah.
find any shoes at the estate sales, which I pick those up because they sell great. But yeah, I'm really sad I didn't get to go back and that I didn't get there sooner. So, I mean, I'm not sad because this is some amazing stuff and I'm
Yeah.
really excited to list it, and it will be fast. Like these, I think I got 23 pairs of shoes and 9 clothes items. So that's like one day of work probably. And this is hundreds of dollars of profit, maybe
Right.
$1,000 in profit, and it'll probably take me an 8-hour workday to list it all. So, yeah, really excited. Like to just find this much at one location.
Yeah.
That's worth the extra
Paying up a
money
little bit,
too.
yep.
So,
Yep, absolutely.
yeah.
Like she said, she spent maybe $230 on that box, and like, you know, honestly, a few pairs, maybe the Uggs and a couple pairs of boot or other shoes will pay for the whole box, and then everything else is profit from there on. So that is what Kathy found while she was out for jury duty on, what was it? It was on my birthday, so Thursday. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.